Good morning, good morning. Quick video as usual. Yes. So yesterday, I was YouTubing as usual. And I came across something curious about this whole abortion, Roe V Wade being overturned. So what it is, it looks like the new the baby murderers, the baby killers, the narcissists. There looks like they have showed us what their new plan is, or their new method, their new not agenda. What's the word, man? Strategies. New strategy is to keep killing babies. And what it is, what they'll do apparently is, okay, the Supreme Court is the court over all America, and they had justices on the court mandate to the people that women are allowed to kill their babies, or women are allowed to have their babies killed. Let's just leave it on the doctor's hands, right? So that is overturned. That court has said no, we will not give women that right. New strategy is to simply have the state Supreme Court do the same thing. That's new strategy. Because if the state Supreme Court does it, the Supreme Court said it's up to the states. So, for example, now in Louisiana and in Utah, a judge has blocked the implementation of the automatic trigger law that would ban abortions, except in the case of saving the life of the mother. These in Louisiana and in Utah, it doesn't allow for the case of rape or incest. Thank God, okay? Because babies are innocent. Babies did not rape anybody or commit incest. Not the baby's fault. So in Louisiana, I know in Louisiana for a fact, I don't know about Utah for a fact, but in Louisiana, abortions were stopped when the Roe V Wade came down. And this one judge, right, the abortionist, the baby killers appealed. They have to, they have the bloodlust. They have to kill, crush babies' heads and rip the arm off and rip the legs off and pull the intestines out, That is how they get a high from that, Devils, demons, they're going to appeal to this, who they probably know was a liberal judge, a wicked, God-hating, judge that the Bible says, there's a judge that did not fear God, did not fear man. These are the judges that they appeal because they know the judge. They know, that's why they appeal. So the judge, blocked the law and abortions resumed immediately. Now, who is this judge? I don't know his name or anything, but can you imagine being a human being that single-handedly caused babies to start being killed again? Do you understand what evil is and what wickedness is? Does anybody really understand, Well, I mean, I know some people watching this, probably will be evil and, are evil because, the saying is always, you always ask yourself, or the news reporter would say, next door to you, this was being done, this girl was on, this boy was whatever, and you always say, I never thought they would do that to to their children, or I didn't know this man was a mass murderer. So among us, somebody who might see this video, might be a mass murderer, might be a serial rapist, who knows? Because people don't go around in public and saying, oh yeah, I'm a serial rapist, right? They're just normal people, right? Your co-worker, your neighbor, right? He could even be sadly could be sitting beside you in church, right? They don't show themselves. But I'm telling you, it's incredible that people are so wicked. It's incredible. This man believes that he has the power to kill babies, basically, to authorize the killing of babies. He took it upon himself, this judge. The one in Louisiana, the one in Utah. They didn't say that Utah abortions resumed, but I'm assuming it has resumed because the judge blocked the implementation of the law. Alright? So this man is going to stand before God one day. Well, after he dies, he's going to go straight to hellfire, of course. But he's going to stand before God and be judged. What is he going to tell God? How do you... I tell you, wicked people, the Bible describes wicked people, they don't sleep unless they do people harm. They can't help themselves. But to do this, and I mean, look, what is it like to have no fear of God? If I have no fear of God, buyer beware. Because, oh my goodness, the things I would do if I had no fear of God. Because basically, if you have no fear of God, this life is it for you, right? This is it for you. You live this life, you're 70, 80, 90 years on earth, and you're done. Because, you're not going to go be with God because you don't want God. So this is your heaven right here. You have no fear of God. The things I would do if I had no fear of God. I could only imagine. But actually, I really can't imagine. Honestly, I can't imagine. Because I just probably just kill myself if there's no God. What's the point? Toiling, 70, 80, 90 years, toiling, 100 years, toiling in his life against these people. Only to die and leave everything behind that you toiled for? That doesn't make any sense. So back to the States now. So Louisiana so far and Utah. Louisiana does not surprise me. Matter of fact, I was quite surprised that Louisiana had a trigger law to ban abortions. Louisiana has gotten, that's where New Orleans is, right? Mardi Gras. Louisiana is gotten so liberal. I mean, from based on when the time the law was written, I'm sure it was a long time ago. Louisiana, come on, Louisiana, Mardi Gras. Party, lewd, wild state. And I'm saying, come on. That's where New Orleans is, right? Louisiana, right? Yeah. So yeah, it was a conservative state one time. No, Utah also doesn't surprise me. The Mormon state basically, it doesn't surprise me. Two reasons. One, well, let me just give you one reason. Mitt Romney, right? Not a conservative. I don't know what Mitt Romney is or who he is, but certainly, he's always opposing conservative causes, and they keep voting for him. It's like a bad habit. So if you can vote for Mitt Romney, I'm not surprised you have a judge in office who is like him, right? Who would, be glad to kill babies. Notice they haven't tried it in Arkansas. Arkansas is, the first state that, that signed into law, the trigger law. Right? So, up the ranks in Arkansas, there will be no judge that would dare, to block the law in Arkansas. They're going to sue in Arkansas. Because, in that state, it's a true red state. They're truly conservative. Right? Now you got a lot of people migrating to the southern states now, from California, New York, and they're bringing the evil ideology with them, right? Because they have a lot of money in these states, because the devil does reward you for serving him, and California and New York belongs to the devil. You know what I'm saying? And these are two of the richest states, right? So they're wealthy, so they come to places like Arizona, they went to Georgia, they mess up Georgia, right? They're moving into places like Arkansas, these red states, and they're corrupting these states, right? They're gonna, some states like Arkansas, I really did not, when I think about Arkansas, I think about Bill Clinton, and but I remember Bill Clinton lost his own state when he ran for election. His own state voted against him, which is not done. You don't lose your own state. If you lose your own state, you shouldn't be president. That should be a law. So that's how red the state is, that they voted against their own man, their own son. They were ashamed of Bill Clinton, right? So I don't expect the state to to change anytime soon, to a blue state, right? But Utah, when I thought about it, I'm like, Utah, the Mormon state, Mormons, it's a very conservative state, Utah. But then I thought about Mitt Romney. Why do they keep voting for Mitt Romney? Why? So then, therefore, there's a judge that is just like Mitt Romney that would dare to block the law to save babies, and no babies are being killed. So that's when I made that video, about the strategy that the baby killers, the left, the wicked has to kill babies is simply to have the state Supreme Court now mandate it across the states, right? That's the strategy. So like in Louisiana, it probably will happen in Louisiana where they strike down that law, because it's again, it's a liberal state now, really and truly. You're gonna host Mardi Gras. That's all you need to know. You're gonna have corrupt people up in the ranks in that state, even though they vote for Republicans every year. You know what I'm saying? Within the state itself, the people vote for the president, but in the people that control the agenda themselves, they're corrupt. If you're gonna have Mardi Gras in the state, you're corrupt. I'm not saying that every state is, Arkansas is so innocent. I'm just saying they have Mardi Gras, the beads and the lewdness and the partying, the Mardi Gras. So anyway, that's the video. That's what I'm trying to say. That they're gonna try and have the states. They're gonna go to each state and have each state Supreme Court mandate abortion. So these people are determined to be wicked. But guess what? God is determined to throw you in hell. Jesus Christ is Lord. Don't you know? You should know.